Throughout life, wisdom is often accumulated not in grand moments, but in the gentle, everyday habits and quiet reflections that shape a person's journey. Among those who have lived long and seen much, the elderly carry with them a treasure trove of small but invaluable secrets, lessons learned through experience, patience, and a deep understanding of what truly matters. These secrets, though humble, have the power to transform not just how we live, but how we perceive the world around us. One of the first and perhaps most important lessons from the elderly is the art of slowing down. In a world that constantly urges us to hurry, to chase after the next achievement or possession, those who have aged gracefully remind us that life's richness is found in the moments between. Whether it's savoring a cup of tea in the morning, listening to birdsong outside the window, or simply sitting quietly and watching the world go by, slowing down allows us to appreciate the subtle joys that are often lost in the rush. It teaches us patience, mindfulness, and the ability to find contentment in simplicity. Another precious secret is the value of gratitude. Elderly individuals often speak of the importance of acknowledging and appreciating even the smallest blessings. A warm meal, a kind word, a visit from a friend. Gratitude, they say, is not just a feeling, but a practice. It's the daily habit of noticing what's good, even when times are difficult. By focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, gratitude transforms our perspective, making hardships easier to bear and happiness more abundant. Resilience is another hallmark of wisdom gained over time. Life rarely unfolds exactly as planned, and the elderly understand this better than anyone. They have faced losses, disappointments, and changes that once seemed insurmountable. Yet through perseverance and adaptability, they have learned that strength is not about avoiding hardship, but about finding ways to endure and heal. One small but powerful secret they share is the acceptance of change, the willingness to let go of what cannot be controlled, and to focus energy on what can be shaped. This acceptance brings peace and helps to navigate the uncertainties of life with grace. The elderly also emphasize the importance of relationships. Over the years, they have discovered that the true wealth of life lies not in material possessions, but in the connections we build with others. Whether it's family, friends, or neighbors, these bonds provide support, joy, and meaning. A simple phone call, a shared meal, or even a smile can bridge distances and heal wounds. The elderly often encourage us to nurture these relationships, to forgive quickly, and to cherish the company of loved ones. For time is fleeting, and no one can predict what tomorrow will bring. Listening is another subtle but profound skill honed by those who have lived long. While youth may crave to be heard, the elderly have learned the power of attentive listening. It's in listening that understanding is born, conflicts are resolved, and empathy flourishes. They teach us to listen not just to words, but to silences, to body language, and to the emotions beneath the surface. By truly listening, we honor others and deepen our own wisdom. Health, too, is a subject of many small but valuable secrets. The elderly often advise moderation, a balanced diet, gentle exercise, and regular rest. They understand that health is not just about physical wellness, but also about nurturing the mind and spirit. Simple routines, such as daily walks, stretching, or quiet meditation, can maintain vitality and prevent illness. They also remind us to pay attention to the signals our bodies send and to seek help when needed, knowing that prevention and self-care are far more effective than cure. Humor, they say, is indispensable. Life will inevitably bring its share of troubles, but the ability to laugh, to find joy even in difficult circumstances, is a secret weapon against despair. Elderly individuals often have a light-hearted view of life, able to laugh at themselves and their mistakes. This humor not only lifts spirits, but also fosters resilience and strengthens relationships. Generosity is another small but mighty secret. Whether through sharing stories, offering advice, or lending a helping hand, the elderly understand that giving enriches both the giver and the receiver. They teach us that generosity need not be grand. It can be as simple as a kind gesture, a thoughtful compliment, or an act of service. Through generosity, we create ripples of kindness that touch lives far beyond our own. The power of tradition and routine is also highly valued. Many elderly individuals hold dear certain rituals, preparing a favorite dish, tending to a garden, or observing holidays that anchor them in time and provide continuity. These traditions are not mere habits, but expressions of identity and belonging. They remind us of our roots, connect us to past generations, and help us find stability in a changing world. Reflection and acceptance are secrets found in the quiet moments of solitude. Elderly people often spend time in contemplation, reviewing memories, finding meaning in events, both joyful and painful. This reflection brings understanding and closure, allowing them to accept the past and look forward with hope. They teach us that every experience, even those that hurt, contributes to who we are and can be a source of growth. The elderly also impart the wisdom of letting go, of grudges, regrets, and unnecessary worries. Holding on to anger or disappointment only burdens the soul. By forgiving, releasing, and allowing ourselves to move on, we make space for happiness and peace. Lastly, they encourage us to embrace curiosity and lifelong learning. Age does not mean the end of discovery. Whether it's picking up a new hobby, reading, or engaging in conversations with younger generations, the elderly demonstrate that growth is possible at any stage. Curiosity keeps the mind sharp and the spirit youthful. In summary, the small but precious secrets of the elderly are woven through their daily lives. They teach us to slow down, practice gratitude, build resilience, nurture relationships, listen deeply, care for our health, laugh often, be generous and honor tradition, reflect and accept, let go, and remain curious. These lessons, though quietly spoken, hold the power to enrich our lives and guide us toward fulfillment. By embracing the wisdom of those who have come before us, we honor their legacy and create a foundation for our own happiness and peace. By integrating these timeless lessons into our daily routines, we begin to notice subtle yet powerful transformations within ourselves and our surroundings. Each act of kindness we offer, each moment of gratitude we express, and each connection we nurture contributes to a more meaningful existence. The wisdom of the elderly encourages us to pause, reflect, and choose our actions mindfully, reminding us that fulfillment often lies in the simplest gestures and the quietest moments. Through their insights, we learn that a purposeful life is not built overnight, but woven patiently through consistent, compassionate choices. As we honor these teachings, we not only enrich our own journeys, but also inspire those around us to pursue lives filled with empathy, humility, and enduring joy. Let us carry forward these cherished values, ensuring that the lessons of the past continue to illuminate our path toward a brighter, more harmonious future. Building upon the wisdom shared by the elderly, it becomes clear that the lessons they offer are not merely philosophical ideals, but practical tools for everyday living. When we embrace gratitude, we learn to focus on what we have rather than what we lack. This simple shift in perspective can turn ordinary moments into sources of joy and contentment. Whether it's savoring a warm cup of tea, a gentle breeze on a summer day, or the laughter of loved ones, gratitude teaches us that happiness often resides in the smallest details of our daily lives. Slowing down is another invaluable lesson. In a world that constantly demands more speed, more productivity, more stimulation, the elderly encourage us to pause and be present. By taking time to notice the world around us, to listen deeply and to reflect, we discover clarity and peace that are often hidden beneath the surface of a busy life. These mindful pauses allow us to reconnect with ourselves, strengthen our relationships, and appreciate the beauty that exists all around us. Resilience is a quality that stands out in the stories of those who have weathered life's storms. The elderly remind us that change is inevitable, but our response to change is within our control. Accepting life's ups and downs with grace can help us navigate challenges without losing hope. Through their experiences, they show us that setbacks are not endpoints, but opportunities for growth and transformation. This resilience comes from a willingness to adapt, to learn from difficulties, and to trust that with time, healing and understanding will come. Relationships lie at the heart of a fulfilling life. The elderly often emphasizes the importance of nurturing bonds with family, friends, and community. They teach us that meaningful connections are built on a foundation of attentive listening, empathy, and forgiveness. By letting go of grudges and embracing reconciliation, we can heal old wounds and create stronger, more supportive networks. Simple acts of kindness and generosity not only uplift others, but also enrich our own sense of purpose and belonging. Health, both physical and mental, is another cornerstone of their wisdom. Through moderation in habits and regular self-care, the elderly show us how to maintain vitality and balance. They encourage us to take walks, eat nourishing food, and find joy in movement. Equally important is caring for our mental well-being, finding moments of laughter, seeking support when needed, and practicing self-compassion. These habits, sustained over time, contribute to a longer and more vibrant life. Traditions and routines serve as anchors in a rapidly changing world. The elderly cherish rituals that connect them to their heritage and provide continuity. Whether it's preparing a favorite family recipe, celebrating seasonal holidays, or simply sharing stories from the past, these traditions help us remember who we are and where we come from. They foster a sense of stability and identity that can guide us through uncertain times. Reflection and acceptance of the past are also key themes in the wisdom of the elderly. By looking back with honesty and understanding, we can learn from our experiences without being held captive by regret. The past becomes a teacher, not a burden. This attitude allows us to move forward with greater self-awareness and compassion, both for ourselves and for others. Curiosity and lifelong learning are traits that keep the mind and spirit young. The elderly inspire us to keep asking questions, exploring new interests, and embracing the unknown. They show us that it's never too late to start a new hobby, make new friends, or see the world from a different perspective. This openness fuels creativity, adaptability, and a zest for life that transcends age. Humor is another powerful tool for navigating life's complexities. The ability to laugh, even in the face of adversity, lightens our burdens and brings people together. The elderly remind us not to take ourselves too seriously and to find joy in the absurdities and surprises that life inevitably brings. Generosity, whether through time, resources, or simply a listening ear, creates ripples of goodwill that extend far beyond ourselves. The elderly demonstrate that giving freely, without expectation of return, is one of the most rewarding ways to make a positive impact. Incorporating these lessons into our daily lives is not about perfection, but about intention. By striving to be kind, patient, and mindful, we gradually transform our habits and mindset. Each small act, pausing to appreciate a sunset, offering encouragement to a friend, forgiving a past hurt, builds upon the wisdom passed down through generations. As we honor the legacy of the elderly, we also recognize our own role in shaping the future. By embodying their teachings, we become stewards of a more compassionate and connected world. We learn that fulfillment is not found in the pursuit of external achievements, but in the quality of our relationships, the depth of our gratitude, and the resilience of our spirit. Ultimately, the wisdom of the elderly invites us to embrace life fully, with all its joys and challenges. It reminds us that every day is an opportunity to learn, to love, and to grow. By carrying these lessons forward, we not only enrich our own lives, but also contribute to a legacy of kindness, understanding, and hope for generations to come.